those
Good
Britney Spears
evening.
arms.
Little peek behind what we do before stream.
That's
Good
how we
evening.
look when we're not on Jest Quest.
This is it. All right, that's it. Cut the episode. We're done. Good
Bye.
evening, Your Majesties, and welcome to this evening's performance. My name is Hayden Hartrick, and these are your jesters. We've got Clayton Chalman,
I'm the boogeyman.
Alex Pittner,
And I'm the booger man.
Collin Mims,
I have Britney Spears arms. I want Michelle Obama arms.
and Brett Owen.
I'm the bogus man.
And this is Jest
Jest
Quest! Welcome back, guys. Good to see you all again here, ready for us to do some kooky little wacky role-playing tonight on this wonderful, wonderful evening. To those of us in college, hope y'all's first week of classes went well. And glad you guys are still with us. Before we jump into tonight's festivities, in terms of announcements things, the usual thing I've been saying, make sure to follow us on the Twitter Twatter. That is where we're going to be putting all of our little things. It's at JustQuestDND. Just going to try to advertise that before show. If you have any questions about things that have happened in the show, tweet at us. We are the ones that run the account, so you'll be getting a response from either me or Clayton or whoever it pertains to. Your question will get forwarded directly to them, and they'll give you their response. So yeah, feel free to ask us about anything. We'll answer whatever we can. Doesn't even have to be Jest Quest related. If you got I don't know, just general questions, just shoot us a text.
Math tutor, so math questions.
I can read your essay if you need me to.
We are a tutor organization. This is just a ploy for us to get our name out there.
Yeah.
But does anybody else have anything they want to touch on? Little tippity tap right before we jump into the fun.
I think I need to establish that I love Britney Spears.
Okay.
I was not being derisive about her arms. She's spectacular. She's iconic. And I'm grateful to have her arms. That's all I wanted to establish.
That's beautiful. I'm actually really glad we went down there.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Oh, of course.
I'm not even being sarcastic. It was fun for me to hear you say that. Anyway, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's
right?
do it. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. How about that? All right. So last time we saw you guys, we were all in the city of Zaspros, also known. Sorry, let me pull up my notes. Make sure I don't say anything wrong. The city of Zaspros, also known as the City of Stories. This is a city where the Library of the Kingdom of All is stationed, and the party came to this establishment to get a journal translated. And while in the city, they found out about a thing called the Spring Fling, which is an annual celebration that the city puts on with a new theme every year, and those that compete and those that watch don't know what the contents of the fling will be until the actual day of the festivities. The party was able to find a sponsor in Martin Zaganos, and were able to enter themselves into this competition. And throughout the rest of the few days as they're preparing for the Spring Fling, the journal was returned to... Or actually, no. Before the journal was returned to the party, it was found out that somebody in the city that is involved in the Spring Fling, when Martin went to register everybody, recognized Thomas's name and said that it was impossible that he was here. To which it was revealed that Thomas, his real name is Fuck Up Shitstain, or his legal name is Fuck Up Shitstain.
How do you do?
So Martin returned to re-register you all, and after that, after doing some research at the library over various subjects, the librarian came, the Four-Forged man, and returned the journal to you, which was a very... it was a research journal that had actual daily journal entries of this man who you now know as Talard, reborn in flame. His journal, as you got back to the Gilded Goose and actually took the time to read through all of the journal's contents, that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up. So, at the Gilded Goose, freshly after taking through, you have all these independently translated pieces of parchment apart from the actual journal. What would you guys like to do?
Is one person reading this out loud? Is this Thomas just reading it out loud?
That is up to you guys.
I think Thomas was reading it.
Yeah, I'll read it out loud. Put on my spectacles like it's story time.
Aw. Well.
Yeah, so I'll finish that and be like, okay, well, a lot of questions that I have personally regarding, his text and whatnot.
Can I make any kind of check on the Phoenix King? Like, does that sound familiar at all?
Like a history check or something?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check for me. Anybody, are you proficient in history?
I am not proficient in history.
Okay, anybody who is proficient in history, I'll allow them to make a history check to see if anything from here kind of peeks out more than anything.
Got a natural 1.
Natural 1.
First
Thomas,
roll of the night.
you've been around for a while, and the name
Yes, I have.
of Phoenix King does not ring any bells. And Monty, you do some thinking too, but there was not really a chance of you knowing anything about this.
Well, I don't know shit. Gerald, do you know? Do you know what's going on, Gerald? Very wise insight, Gerald.
Forgot about the goose.
Well, the good news is that there is an entire library that is available to us. So, I think now at least that we have a name, we have something that we can go off of. It is odd to me that the librarian did not mention anything, but perhaps there is something that he knows about this Phoenix King.
It's a fantastic idea. Plus, there were locations like Star Haven and whatnot mentioned that they could also know about. So, I second Dionys. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Do we want to? I know we can maybe split into groups. Thomas and I are both pretty good at looking for stuff. If each of us want to go tomorrow, one of us can go hard looking at Phoenix King stuff, try and find any information there, and one of us can go looking for Starhaven. If that checks out.
So,
I'm
particularly, or like both of us, or like all of us. Like,
I mean, probably we can just split into 2 teams of 2.
oh, yeah.
It's on Gerald.
Perhaps, and Thomas, I don't want this to be potentially difficult for you, but perhaps it might be beneficial to seek out people who are trained in Arcana.
Oh, yes, of course.
It does not have to be the individuals from earlier, but
To be honest, I'd love to not interact with them very much. However, I do catch your meaning and understand. Yes, I fully agree with you on those fronts.
Well, I mean, if we're going to split into teams, I mean, maybe me and Dionys can go talk to them tomorrow. Not let anything slip about you, of course.
Would that be all right with you?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, if it comes up, you know. Yeah. Tell you what. Tomorrow night at dinner, we'll have a Thomas Archibald tell-all, so that we're all on the same page. So that if you guys think of any cool like zingers to throw at them, you like got it, your back pocket. But yes, that sounds perfectly fantastic. Yeah.
Do we have any incentive to bring this to higher authorities? I just want to say this sounds like, depending on how fucking well, I don't know, where's this place at? Starhaven? Like, is the Phoenix King like involved? Like, is he an actual king, or like? Because if he is, that sounds like a declaration of war in this journal, and I feel like maybe someone with some fucking weapons and soldiers and shit should be taking a look at this.
I mean, we don't have those answers yet, but also, would Yemena like kill you if we did that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm nervous that Yemena would literally hunt us down and kill us. So discounting that, I agree.
You know, I was so lost in the plot, I almost forgot that there's a bird woman back home who's very adamant on killing me if I do anything wrong.
Got a bird woman.
Let's look into this first. Let's go on a research journey. I'll probably find something. If not, I'll find the bathroom. Hey, yeah, let's go. Not right now.
I assume it's like nighttime,
It is
right?
nighttime, yes.
Okay.
The librarian gave you, as the library was closing for the evening, that was when he would have bestowed upon you the translated journal. He did mention that he made copies of it for his own personal records, and if, you know, just reminding you that he does have translated copies for himself.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, maybe I guess we should get resting up.
Micah, is it time for night workout?
Yeah, so okay, what are we doing? We're gonna take 20 laps around the block.
Okay.
It's not a long block, but we're
All right.
then we're gonna go down a busy city street downtown. We're just gonna work on maneuverability. We're gonna dodge past
Okay.
like that, right?
So,
You can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball.
yeah, we're
You
gonna
can
go
dodge a
stand
car,
on
you can dodge a bullet, okay?
Okay. Perfect.
And then we're gonna hop off of some rooftops. I'm gonna teach an 80-year-old man how to do a parkour roll. It's what you do as a monk, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
You ready?
easy. Yes, I'm
Okay.
so ready.
Okay. So you guys are going to do this?
Yeah, we're gonna go work out.
Remind me. So it is a run
around the block,
around the block.
20 blocks.
20
blocks. Okay.
20 blocks.
I need a Constitution saving throw from both of you.
Okay.
Micah, your DC is exceptionally lower than Thomas's.
Cool. I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a natural 19. So.
What the hell? Yeah.
Thomas,
What even pays?
surprisingly, you are not that out of breath after a 20-block run.
As soon as I give up sugar, I'm like fucking.
Yeah. All of your muscles just like multiply. No. But you're running, and don't get me wrong, like it's still intense on your lungs, but you were there was a little bit of the back of your head that was telling you after this 20-block run, like that's it, that's kaput for the night. But you're actually able to go on to what was it? Running
So now
through
we're gonna run
crowds.
through traffic. No,
We're
we're gonna run through
dodging
heavy traffic and dodge
Okay.
it.
So you're running
So-
through.
Horses, people,
Okay,
whatever transportation.
Micah, make an investigation check for me.
That's gonna be a -1.
This
Yeah,
is
okay.
to see if you can actually find high traffic areas late at night.
13.
13.
We can run through some empty alleyways with a lot of trash if we're desperate.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You
Perfect.
can't. There's not enough people out here to really be dodging through carts and stuff. Anyway. But you do
We'll get
find
that for tomorrow morning during rush hour, okay?
you do find actually the alley behind the Gilded Goose is kind of a little bit filled with just random shit.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of a dump that hasn't been like cleared out yet in a while.
A lot of goose bones just in a pile.
So
Angry
let me
cats.
get an acrobatics check from the both of you.
Oh yeah. Got a solid 6 from Tommy Boy.
That's a 10.
Okay.
Y'all are just so tired after that run.
Oh.
So you
just
come back
starting.
and you go to parkour through this alleyway, and as you're running, Thomas, you get to the first like jump over like a small box, and you just kind of you go for the jump, but you don't push off the floor enough, and you were actually like standing on the edge of your robe, so you trip over this box and face plant into the ground.
Oh no!
Can I
You-
try to like
Gerald.
pick him up as a reaction or anything?
Oh
This
yeah.
is you were leading him, so you were telling him like he was following you. Thomas, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I'll take it.
As you
Coach!
slam, and Mike, as you hear him go, "Ugh!" and as he
Oh.
trips over,
Oh,
as
God.
you turn around, but you still have forward momentum.
Oh, no.
And you trip over and fall into a pile of garbage.
No. Coach! Help me, Coach!
So hey, one thing you gotta learn: if you fall in the garbage, it's actually pretty soft. I just fell into a bag full of sandwiches. This is actually comfy as hell. I'm taking this back home to use as a pillow.
Okay. That's...
Yeah, here, let me help you up, Chief.
Please.
Sorry. Here, I'm gonna hook you up.
Oh.
Listen, this'll happen.
Yeah. I'm not deterred, Mike. I appreciate your training. I need to be tip-top in all things for the spring fling.
Are you tip top right now to go jump off some buildings with me?
I don't know. Let me think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to go jump off some buildings with you.
How much candy do you have? No, you don't have any.
I don't have any. I'm giving it up for the week
No,
until the
no.
spring fling.
Because I'm thinking, like, maybe hold some marshmallows just on you. Don't eat it, but just like pad your shirt with marshmallows or something.
Okay, I guess
In
that's
the
a pretty
future,
good
we don't have to
idea.
worry about that right now. Let's go roll off a cliff. Let's go.
Wall.
Okay, so what height of building are you looking for?
Just the roof of the Golden Goose, like 1-story building, like
the
climbing
Golden
up there.
Goose is 2 stories.
Okay. Just like a 1-story kind of thing. That's like not too hard, but probably not going to be for everyone to do.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay.
How many
Oh, it's just
one-story
gonna
buildings
die.
are you jumping off, Brett?
Huh?
How many one-story buildings are you jumping off?
I rolled a 7. Not well. I mean, like before you guys got here, I was a lot more of an urban explorer.
No. I am saying that to you, Brett. I am not saying that to Micah, who is jumping off of this first-story building.
I'm thinking like very basic, like YouTube parkour video, right? That's all. I'm
Sure.
saying.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You said a
Hell
7?
Like
yeah.
baby's first parkour video. That's all I'm thinking.
Hell yeah.
You said a 7?
I rolled a 7.
The only 1-story buildings you're able to kind of immediately find without like spending hours looking are residential buildings.
I got a +4 to stealth. What about you?
I got a +0 to stealth, which
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Okay.
Dude.
What do you do?
we're doing this.
Listen,
Yes.
it'd be better if we had a designated spot to fall off, right?
Okay.
But I know when you're running on rooftops, you go on the louder houses because they'll ignore the footsteps because they're louder. So if one of these houses is talking in it, like there's a party or something, I'll jump off one of those residential houses. If not, they're not gonna fucking bother.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds fantastic. Can we look for a party house?
A frat house to jump off of?
Make an investigation check.
Can I help out? Can I give help actually?
Yes. Either both of you can make it, or one of you can make it with advantage.
You should roll it. I have -1, and I rolled a 3.
Okay. Sorry. What was
3
the
from
me?
investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, investigation.
Just one. No advantage.
Oh, just one. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Brent also rolled.
Okay, then I realized that. Okay, so we got a 13.
Hold up. Most of the houses in your immediate area are pretty quiet tonight. You assume maybe as it gets closer to the actual fling, but you're still about 5 days out from the fling.
Thomas, I wanna do this. Not tonight, okay? Not tonight.
Okay, I trust you, Coach. Run back, get some cardio in, get some more cardio in.
Yeah, let's go run back, get some cardio in.
Let's do it.
And I'll just make you hop every now and then, just to keep you on your toes.
Okay,
that sounds good.
So you return to the Gilded Goose. Anything else anybody would like to do before bedding down for the evening?
I have an idea. So you know how exercising, that's ripping the muscles, but you build muscle when you eat and sleep? Could something that me and Micah do is we work out really hard and then get Dionys to heal us, and then work out hard and get Dionys to heal, so we're like building muscle at like a super fast rate?
You can be doing that. I don't know how much it'll really help you, because Dionys's healing is more for injuries
than like muscle tearing per se.
Yeah, than like exercise. Like if you fell and broke your arm,
yeah.
I mean, we could always try to find that protein shake from last episode, but like, remember we were looking for a protein shake
I
shop?
can never find it.
Oh,
never
yeah,
found
you
it.
were looking
I never even bothered. I went with y'all to
The smoothie shop. Yeah.
Okay.
That would probably do you more good than Dionys using Balma the Summer Court over and over again.
Can you make some acai berries grow or something,
Good berry.
Superfood,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it for me. I'm ready to bucker down.
So, as you all bucker down and sleep for the evening, Dionys, as is your nature, another dream comes to you. This one, you and your friends are sitting on something. You don't notice it at first, but it's not comfortable to be sitting on, and you all seem very jovial, having a almost in the terms of celebration. And as you look around and you look down, you notice what you're sitting on. You're not sitting on chairs. You're sitting on piles of gold. Just mountains and mountains of gold. Everybody has a drink in their hand. It's just the four of you, and around you, past the gold, is just darkness. And as you look down and you notice this gold, and you look at the smiling faces of your friends, you look out towards the darkness, and you see glowing eyes start to open throughout the darkness, until you are surrounded by thousands and thousands of eyes. And at that point, you awaken late into the morning.
right.
So, about 4 days remain until the spring fling. And what specifically? What would you guys like to do? If you don't have a lot to do, we can kind of just go through the things you'd like to do. We don't have to go and live through every single day. Just if you guys have specifics you'd like to do each and every day.
I think it sounded like, at least for this first day, we're doing a library day real quick.
Okay.
Try and grab some info.
Okay. So you head to the library of all the large wooden doors with the intricate engravings as you push them open into the seemingly endless halls and shelves filled with book after book after book. You see all these books, and you see the little spherical automatons walking and flying around, helping the various denizens of the actual those that are researching right now in the actual library. And as you approach the large semicircle desk, a couple of them, one of the little circle goes and flies up onto the desk, pulls out the little piece of paper with "How can I help you" on it, and holds it up.
I say to my group, or I guess we probably would have talked about this on the way over, but do we want to like split up and each one go Phoenix King, one go Starhaven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Anybody have a preference to which one?
I kind of
wanna-
want to.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna go Starhaven. That was my big curiosity.
Okay. Who is
This-
accompanying?
This might actually be a bit of a long shot, but I think I might do well to investigate perhaps either cults or primordial spheres, particularly fire elementals.
That is super smart. That's fantastic.
Well, there's no need for all of us to be reading about the Phoenix King.
Yeah.
So may as well spread out.
Good point.
Cover more ground.
On that subject, I'm gonna go Monty about the Phoenix King. I can probably at least try to sit. I'm not very much, but
Sure. Yeah. I guess
give me decimal system
me
fucks
and
me up, man. I can't handle it.
sure
Okay.
thing. Me and Michael will go looking for Phoenix King stuff.
Okay. So you'll tell the automatons what it is you're looking for. They guide you to the correct segments. You all are on the same floor, about the second floor, which seems to be a lot more of like the history section. Monty and Micah are taken to a historical figure section to see if there's any books that you can look through. Dionys, you're taken to religion, and Thomas, you are taken to just like world events to look through. When you actually mentioned you mentioned the city of you mentioned Starhaven, and the automaton, instead of just guiding you to a general section, actually takes you to a specific book that says that its spine is the recent history of V2.
Okay.
And at that point, you guys will spend, I assume, how long are you going to spend researching in the library?
I think this is really our main agenda.
Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
what we have today.
Certainly, at least through the morning. Might take a lunch break.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, this is probably our main priority for the day.
Of course.
So
Okay, cool.
without that lunch break, it'll be, yeah.
Yeah, you'll take a lunch break or midpoint in the day. So I need investigation checks from everybody. Micah and Monty, you can either have one of you roll it with advantage, or you can both roll it.
Monty, roll with advantage, please.
All right. Ooh, that'll do it. 25.
25. Okay.
23.
Okay.
We're investigating up in here.
And I'm doing these arm movements because I got a nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Yeah.
big 20s, big 20s.
Hayden,
for
tell us
a-
everything.
Holmes today.
Who's ready for a fucking lordom?
Uh-oh.
Dionys,
Oh.
what after
Yes.
modifiers, what is your total?
22.
22. That's pretty good. Okay. Micah and Monty, we're going to start with you guys. You are looking through figures, reading just so much about old kings, other people who like run the other kingdoms. You go back up to like, you guys go back like 1,000 years worth of figures, and you spend the entire day reading through figure after figure after figure, and you guys feel like you've done an extraordinarily thorough job of going through this library, which is considered to be the crux of information in the Kingdom of All, where anybody who needs to find information can find it here.
Like Alexandria or something.
Mm-hmm. And the closest you come to mentioning of Phoenix Kings is mages who specialized in fire magic, but none that were specifically referred to as the Phoenix King. There's like a draconic ruler known as the King of Fire, who was an old kingdom of the ancients before they became the Council of Colors, which is the actual ruling council and of the Kingdom of the Ancients. There were kings before that, and one of them was the King of Fire, but there's no specific mentions of an actual Phoenix King. So that's about all you guys find, and it's really weird because you feel like there should be more in this, and you feel like if there was something, you would have found it.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. We still learned something.
Should we? Well, I feel like I would have found something by now, right? If either means that it's a very new thing, which probably is what the answer is, but conspiratorial side of myself wants to say that maybe the librarian has something hidden. You know, is there like a conspiracy to hide the information from me, the common man, the common dude? Or am I overthinking?
The librarian very readily gave us, a journal that directly relates to the Phoenix King. So I wouldn't think so.
You are right. Yes.
But Hayden, would it be doable to see if it looks like any information was removed from the book? That could kind of help back one of our theories.
Ooh, yeah.
What are you looking for?
Like any ripped pages, burn marks, anything like
white
that.
out.
Okay. So you've been reading through a bunch of books. Are there some in particular you're trying to go back to, or because like to go back through and look at every single book you read through would probably take another half of the day, and this is as it's drawing to evening regardless.
You know what? It's probably not a conspiracy. I'm just looking too much into it. Let's go see.
My guess is, it seems what we already know is that it's somewhere in Domart. Domart? Is that correct?
Domot.
Domot
is where the city that was mentioned in the journal.
It's somebody who was spoken to recently. So I mean, yeah, I suppose he could be immortal, but I think it is likely that this could well be a new threat, or at least one that has not been seen by the public eye.
Okay.
Just also so you know, uh, as you go through and you look at this library and you learn more about this library, because you guys rolled so high, I'll reveal to you that there is a quote unquote restricted section of like information that is kind of confined uh, to those that only really need it, but a lot of that stuff is more um, like really current private government documents. It's unlikely that you're gonna find historical figures in there. It's more like current histories that are in the process of being written, or other things like that that would you know not be readily available to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied with what we've done. I think we're good, Micah.
All right.
Dionys, as you were reading through this religious history, you said you were looking for talks of elementals, correct? So you start reading about the mythos of Delioros itself. This is where you find musings of theories of what people have been told by the gods themselves of what happened in the early days of the material plane. Among this, you find mentions of the first deity known as the Gatekeeper, who now watches over the afterlife. It is presumed that he is the one that keeps tabs on all of the planes, and he is also the one that sealed off the material plane from the rest of the gods, so that they couldn't freely walk amongst the material plane and continue to cause chaos. You find a little bit about what is said to be the siblings of the Gatekeeper. The ancient elementals are what they're referred to, or just the ancients. Four elementals. Hold up, let me pull up their names real quick. That are said to now be the essence of the elemental planes themselves. Hold up, just 1 second. Sorry, everybody. This information is in a different place than it usually is. Okay, you read about Winar, Winar, the Ancient of Air. Flaros, Flaros, the Ancient of Fire. Tidon, the Tidon, the Ancient of Water, and Rokata, Rocata, the Ancient of Earth. These were said to be, before mortals walked the plane, the four ancients helped form the actual material plane as a encasing of the ley lines that themselves derive magic in this world. And after that, there was a large struggle between the ancients and the Gatekeeper, where the ancients wanted to remain on the material plane, and the Gatekeeper worried that if they were to remain, mortal life could never succeed, because there would be too much chaos just from a gargantuan being of fire just walking around burning everything in its path. Things like that, where mortals couldn't coexist with the elementals. And this is what a lot of people theorize is when the Gatekeeper created his first two children, Chaotica and Ordos, to force the ancient elementals off of the plane. And that is what you're able to find specifically about elementals and the elemental planes. That's what you kind of find as their origin. There's other musings of people that have traveled to these elemental planes, people that have studied their long-standing effects on the material plane as a whole. But that is what you find in terms of origin.
I was going to ask, is there anything that she can do to find something specific on Flaros? Are there any in particular different names for Flaros?
Sure. Known if you're looking specifically to see if he's known as the Phoenix King, he is
Yes.
not. Flaros
Okay.
is not ever referred to as the Phoenix King. But it is said that they have taken the elemental form of a phoenix from time to time. Like, that is one of their strongest avatars is a phoenix. It is said that phoenixes in the plane of fire are as close to meeting Flaros themselves as you can get. Because also another thing you find is that these ancients are not like walking around on the elemental planes, but they themselves are the elemental planes.
Okay.
They were forced out of having bodies, and their essence was forced to create these. They weren't able to destroy their essence, just turn them into other planes of existence to keep them from causing chaos. Flaros is also known as like the Ancient of Fire, the First Flame, things like that. Monikers throughout the years of people that have worshipped the ancients, because there are people who've worshipped the ancients. They're not common, but they exist. Thomas, unless you have any other specific questions, Dionys. Okay.
That should be all. Thank you.
Thomas, as you begin to read about the city of Starhaven in the history of V2, which, as you read through, it really kind of, it all comes back to you. You're like, why did I forget about this? V2 is one of the other main land masses in Delioros. It's not connected to the Six Kingdoms. It is its own landmass that exists across the oceans, and it is its own kingdom too. It's not divided up amongst other groups as the Six Kingdoms are. It is significantly smaller than the Six Kingdoms, but it is its own nation. It also occurs to you that the time that you remember hearing people talk about the city of Starhaven approximately 50 years ago, where as you read, you see that Starhaven was the capital of V2. This booming metropolis on V2. Until one day, approximately 50 years ago, in the course of a day, the entire city was razed. Just immediately, just gone. Not like disappeared, but destroyed. And from the few that have survived, they spoke that the city was razed not from an invading force, but from the center of the city outward. But very, very few have survived, and those that have survived were those that, and have actually come forward to historians, were those that didn't were living on the outskirts of the city and didn't have time to fully investigate it. There are plenty of theories over what happened to the city of Starhaven. You read about people saying like, oh, somebody summoned one of the archdevils. Ordos. From a purely like you read this book and it has like a disclaimer from the library that's like hey, this guy is kind of a fanatic, and take what he says with a grain of salt. And his theory is that Ordos himself broke the seal of the material plane to destroy the city because it wasn't following him enough. And there's other theories about like, it's all a conspiracy and Starhaven is still real. They're just trying to convince us that it got destroyed so that they can take over the Six Kingdoms. Lots of people who have these theories seem to like, it doesn't line up with the actual first-hand accounts. But that's all you're able to find on the city of Starhaven. And that brings your night to a close as the automatons begin to gesture everybody out of the library as it is closing for the evening. All of you just exhausted from spending your entire day reading book after book after book after book.
Well, I found some stuff. So Starhaven was the capital of an independent nation called V2, and within the course of a day, it was completely destroyed. Survivors say from the inside or center of the city going out. So that is what I found.
So it sounds like that's what they're trying to do to Mazetta.
Yes, it seems so.
I assume everybody kind of relays their information?
Yeah.
So, Flaros. I mean, this is already pretty much the logical conclusion from everything. But the spell that was used to summon that first fire elemental we fought, or at least one of the fire elementals we fought, was referred to in the journal as Aspect of Flaros. It seems like these people that follow the Phoenix King are specializing and maybe perhaps hoping to bring back Flaros, or at least parts of him, into this. I mean, I guess they're already accomplishing and bringing parts of him, but seems like that is their goal.
I do wonder, though, if the Phoenix King is operating perhaps as an individual entity. It is possible that the Phoenix King may have been some sort of figure that interacted with Flaros. I simply mean there is so much that we do not know yet.
True.
Yeah, a lot of speculating that we could do, but I suppose it would just be that.
We do have reason to believe that Domot might have some information. A question: how long would it take us to get to Domot?
Domot from Zaspros, it would be a couple days travel. Two if you really push it, but approximately 3 days travel.
So we wouldn't be able to go there and come back in time.
Not in time. Not go there, investigate, and come back in time and make the spring fling.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that can definitely be our aim for after the spring fling. We know where we're going next, I think.
Certainly.
Yes.
Well, I'm fucking beat. I don't know about y'all, but
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a Thomas, are you? I'm fucking exhausted, buddy. You don't.
Yes.
You don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to work out, then I'm going to do it with you. But if you're taking
Honest
a break,
with you, you got your arms in, lifting and putting down all those books. You should call it a day.
I'll
Yeah,
say
a couple of those books were fucking thick. Like
tomes.
50,000 pages, kinda. No,
Mhm.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so back to the Gilded Goose. You all bed down for the evening. As you rest, your brain's active, trying to connect theories about what you read to what's in this journal, to what you've seen. As you get a peaceful night, to an extent, sleep, and we move on to the next day. The morning arises. There's about 3 days to the spring fling. What would you like to do?
I don't have
I'm
anything.
pretty good. I think Monty, I mean, through these next couple of days, he's going to be trying to, he's just going to be making some alterations to our jerseys, try to make them just suit each of our forms
You
better.
haven't gotten your jerseys yet. Martin was still in the process of making those.
Oh, never mind that. Monty's just chilling. He's working on some designs, probably maybe running some like of the more arcane stuff by Thomas, spending more of his time at the Gilded Goose, just chilling.
Okay.
So the old flingy.
Are magic shops a thing?
There are, and you, I believe, have heard about 2 of them from the librarian, or there were shops mentioned by the librarian
Okay.
called Ruthor's Death-Defying Emporium and Duthor's Life Lesson Boutique.
Mhm.
Those were 2 shops you had heard mentioned. That as you ask around, you find that they come to sell enchanted goods.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the death-defying Emporium, of course.
Ruthor's Death-Defying Emporium.
Yes.
Of course. Are you taking
Ruthor?
anybody with you?
I'd love to take whoever can come with me. Whoever wants to, really.
I don't got much going on. We can see if they have any magical steroids there. I mean,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably go too. I like magic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's all go. Let's
All
make
right.
a whole
The
team
magic
trip
day.
event.
Magic day.
So you're all heading to Ruthor's Death-Defying Emporium. Okay. So you
Fuck
go
that life shit.
to the Death-Defying Emporium, and as you walk down, as you get directed to it, you come through. It's in the higher up part, closer to the library. You know, obviously it's a magic shop. You know, they don't want poor people in there. But no, you come to an alleyway that goes through, and there stands 2 very large storefronts across the way from each other. As you look up, you see one of them is Ruthor's Death-Defying Emporium, and the other one is Duthor's Life Lesson Boutique. It's at this moment that you notice Life Lesson is spelled Life, Lessen. And the emblem is a sword cutting through some sort of beast.
So fucking good. I like that.
I'm gonna go, guys. I know we were talking about the Emporium, but
Oh.
we're going to the boutique.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I'm gonna march in like I own.
I love especially that it's a boutique. I want us to have like a fashion montage where it's like we're all trying on like the different outfits.
Can we have
All
a
of the ones
montage?
that are covered in like blood and guts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a resale shop.
So you walk in.
It's all the people who
Fancy
died
food,
in
I
the
love that.
previous Spring Flings.
The storefront itself is quite large. There are these lining the walls are weapon after weapon, long swords, short swords, daggers, hammers, mauls, morning stars, whips, all of these weapons like line the wall a little bit. They're out of reach, so you can't just like reach up and grab one off the wall, unless you were exceptionally tall. But they line the walls, and as it goes through, as you open the door, you see in front of you, across the opposite wall where all of these weapons are surrounding it, is a painting of a silver dragonborn. The painting itself is about like 6 feet tall by about 5 feet wide. It is a massive, massive painting of this silver dragonborn with a monocle and very, very nice, fancy, noble clothes, just sitting, looking off to the side. And as you walk in, and there's a little bell above you that as you walk in, it goes ding ding ding.
Aww.
Seems to be a little enchanted bell. A tiefling male, wearing like bifocals kind of, but without the top part. It's just like a little bottom semicircle that goes right around his eyes. He comes out to the front and looks at you and goes, hello. How can I help you?
Hi, I first off, I like the design. I like the name of your place. So
Thank
fun,
you.
for the record, yeah.
Duthor is quite the comedy man.
Oh, very cool. I was wondering, do you have any wands here?
Wands.
Yes.
Well, we tend to specialize in weapons, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Like just any type of wand, or you looking for something in particular?
I'm looking for a wand that's vaguely sugar or candy related, but or adjacent, if I'm being honest.
I can tell you for a fact we don't have anything candy adjacent, but we do take requests, take orders. If you want a specific type of enchantment, I can send it up to Duthor, and he can try his best at making you something. Or if it's simple enough, I could do it myself.
Oh, really? Could you make a wand out of a candy cane?
I'm sure I could.
Oh my god, how much?
Well, there's a lot of more than just making a wand. Are you wanting just something that'll focus magic, or are you wanting something that'll focus magic with a little bit of a kick, or are you wanting something that just does its own thing? You don't gotta have no magic to it.
Could you run down the first two in terms of cost? If you were to
Well.
just throw a blanket number out there?
I could probably make just something to focus your magic through for approximately. He kind of pulls out a little ledger and begins to like flip through pages of a book, looking, and puts his finger. That will run you about 100 gold pieces just for the wand, and it would take me about a week to make.
Okay.
Both would take me about a week to make, but if you want one that gives you a little bit of a kick, that itself would be about 1,000 gold pieces.
Shit. Okay, well.
Well, actually,
You're twisting
kinda
my
looks
arm here.
well, it depends on how much of it. They range from around 1,000 gold pieces. If you want like just a light kick, it'll be about 700 gold pieces, and then our big kickers are about 5,000 gold pieces.
Okay, well, turn to my friends and be like, well, I'm coming here after the Fling. And I'll tell you that for free.
Ah! You guys, y'all, competing in the Fling this year, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I've had a couple of other competitors come through here looking for things to help them out in the Fling, you know. Who knows?
Oh,
What is it that they got?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know I had 3. Well, they were. I believe they were siblings. 3 orcish individuals who came in, each of them buying one of my weapons up on this wall to help them. They all bought the larger scales. I believe it was a great sword, a great axe, and a maul, if I do recall.
Great.
Thank you.
They were quite good patrons, you know. Others have come and looked, but those are the only ones that were bragging about being competitors. They quite the peculiar family, I do tell you.
Do we get a name so we can try to, like, you know, scope them out, see if we can get a, you know, not saying we're gonna find their homes, but I'm saying that if
Well,
we
I mean,
see them on the
he
streets,
looks.
we know who to.
He flips through his ledger. He says, "I do have a name,"
Yeah.
and he closes the book.
Oh. Oh, I see you being playful here. All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're very playful, sir.
Well,
Look how playful you are.
I just, you know, patient client privilege, you know.
Sure.
I, for one, think it'll be a much more interesting experience if we allow ourselves to be surprised.
Oh, sure. Sure. While we're here, do you have just like I have this glaive. You see this one?
It's a nice glaive. You want it enchanted?
Okay. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about I can help it find its target and help it cut a little bit deeper. You give me a week with it and give me 200 gold pieces. I'll make it real nice.
You'll need a week. This thing with you for a whole week.
I would need it with me for a whole week.
Almost like we should have came here the first day we were here. Fuck. Okay.
I don't think we had enough gold pieces the first day we were here.
Ah, damn. You're right.
Yeah, that's the thing about magic. You know, it's very helpful, but it's also takes a lot of time and a lot of resources.
Yeah. Also, and I'll say this like a little bit more quietly to our group, like, if we're looking to enchant things, we kind of have maybe somebody who does that professionally.
Oh, shit!
A member of our party.
Hey, Monty, can you make me a wand out of
Yeah,
that?
I can.
Oh, I'm gonna turn to the tiefling and go, eat shit!
Okay, don't eat shit. Don't eat shit.
Well, I mean, if you guys don't want my business,
I'm
you
kidding.
can
No.
I'm kidding. Have some
Whatever.
caramel. I'm gonna give him caramel.
What I was
Yeah.
gonna ask, do you have
Caramel's in a hole.
equipment?
Oh,
Right.
you're right. I don't have caramel.
I was about to say, did you like
Oh my god.
forget your wand there or something, buddy?
No. I'm just gonna go into a corner.
He gets like that sometimes. Don't worry about it. It's all good. That's not his voice at all.
Anything else I can help you with? We're I got some non-weapon things, but you know,
Oh,
I don't
such
know
as?
if you're asking, you're
Well,
twisting my arm. We're a little bit. We had a big buyer come through, so we're a little bit short on things. But non-weapon wise, I have these 2 things, and he pulls out a potion bottle and a blue gem. The potion bottle, it's liquid inside it, but it seems to like wisp around like the tops of flames. And the gym inside of it has a like glowing lightning bolt shape inside of it. See, Duthor here, he invented a special type of arcane usage. Are you familiar with spell scrolls?
Yeah.
It's similar to that, but lots of spell scrolls require you to already have some sort of arcane intuition inside of you. This here, he picks up the gem, gets around that. All you gotta do is crush it, and it casts the spell embedded inside of it. This one, I believe, he looks at the symbol, flips through the ledger. This one sends a bolt of lightning straight out from you in a line.
Does that look like the gem from episode 1?
No. This
Okay.
does not look like a. That gem was an.
I mean, I know it's not the same like spell,
No.
but does it look similar in craft?
It does not look similar in craft.
Okay. Okay.
The
Hey,
gem.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
cool. The gym itself that you found in the first episode, even though you got a small look at it, its whole thing was glowing. This gym just has the little embedded lightning bolt glowing.
Cool.
And this little potion here, you guys ever heard Legends of Dragons? This lets you do with
We
dragons.
met one, actually, believe it or not. But
Oh,
that's the whole
truly.
thing.
You happen to get any materials from it? I'll buy them off you.
Oh, he was all skin and bones, minus the skin, by the time we met him.
Well, if you ever come across dragon scales or some good intact teeth, I might come see me. Those are very, very useful. But this potion lets you do what them, I think I'm not a history man, but them red dragons do, where they their breath becomes flame.
These are two very... Go ahead,
How
Thomas.
much for this one?
What are you referring to?
The fire breath.
The fire breath?
Yeah.
This will run you about, he flips through his ledger. This will run you 150 gold pieces.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to the corner then. When y'all are ready to eat
Have
that.
fun.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Tommy,
Back-
after we win the Fling Spring, we're gonna come back and clean this place out for you.
Well, I'm honestly knowing that you can do this. This place became
Well,
less cool. I'm not saying that to the tiefling. I'm just
Well, you're saying that in his store.
in the corner.
I mean, I like to believe that you probably are pretty skilled, but this man, and he gestures to the painting, has been doing this his whole life and can create some quite crazy things.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Probably
I meant no offense.
more than your friend here. No offense. I see your robotic friend here seems quite impressive, but
You should see what's inside him.
I would love to if you want to show it off.
How
Just making jokes,
salacious.
friend.
It'll be 20 gold pieces to take a look inside.
I say just making jokes, friend, and I drop it there.
I was not joking. It'll get more expensive.
What we mean,
to see what's inside, buddy.
thank you. I think that everything right now is a bit outside of our price range, but after the tournament, given our obvious skill, I think that we might be able to come back and do some real business with you. What was your name, sir?
My name is Alistar Granduck.
Alistar Granduck? Excellent. We have a grand goose with us. Have you met him?
Ah, indeed. Tell him, Gerald.
I hadn't noticed. Just he kind of like looks around the storefront. He's like, Stuff. Don't let it poop in here.
I'm afraid it doesn't poop. It's ethereal.
I'm happy at that fact, I tell you what.
Does Dionys get inspiration for that grand goose? That's a reference to something we talked about off stream. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Well, if I can't be of service to you, I would ask that you kindly leave. I have some enchanting that I need to get back to.
Of course.
Live
Thank
up
you for
to
your
this
time.
guy's name, you know?
Mm.
All
All
right.
right, well, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
Yeah.
meet you, too. Good luck in the fling. I hope you have the money to spend.
Cool. Do you do delivery? Because if we gotta like go somewhere after, do you deliver to like Rosetta or anywhere around there?
I could hire a delivery carriage. It would be quite expensive, though, because I'd also need to
Never mind.
hire
Never mind. Dropping in the
security and
Never mind.
many people want to get their
I said
hands
never
on
mind at least
Duthor's
3
goods.
times.
We're good. Can we be out the door? Like,
Sure, yeah, you guys leave as he's still trying to explain the intricacies of hiring a security team.
I definitely leave like my head kind of poking through for a little bit, so then I'm like, hey, thank you for your time, sir, and then I close the door.
Okay.
all right.
So you head out, and you see still across the way is the Death-Defying Emporium.
Yeah, we gotta check out that one now.
Yeah.
That one has its symbol is a potion bottle being cracked over the skull, over like a skull and crossbones, with the
What?
liquid spilling out over the skull and crossbones.
If they've got health potions, it might not be a bad idea to stock up before the fling.
Yes. Also, if they have pirates, I'm going in.
Are we gonna buy a pirate?
No.
So you walk in. This store-
Pirates line the walls. Sorry.
yes, there are dead pirates lining the walls.
It's the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. We all...
So you walk in. Around this one has a couple of tables with different just like drawings on them that seem to show like what they have in stock, but there's nothing in itself in stock except for or on these tables except for these drawings. And then in the center of the storefront there is a large pedestal with a glass case over it that seems to have some sort of jewelry hanging on one of those like neck mannequins. And you see at the opposite end of this door, very similar to the other one, there is a portrait of a golden dragonborn with a monocle on the opposite eye, wearing extraordinarily different clothing, but still very fancy clothing, looking in the opposite direction that the other painting was.
I'm calling it now. He's like Two-Face, and if he turns to face us directly, half golden, half silver.
He's like a chameleon dragon.
I think you're correct.
That's cool as hell.
As you walk in, a man enters from the back. This man is a half orc, maybe a more than half orc, as he's easily about 8 feet tall, with like rippling muscles, but a very like nice clothing set to him, and he's kind of like hunched over, and he steps out into the main area, and he says, "Oh, hello."
I love him so much.
Is he
Already.
hot? Like, I know he's got rippling muscles and he's nicely dressed, but is he like? Is he hot?
He is. He's a conventionally attractive orc. As if you're into orcs, he is attractive for an orc.
I don't. What kind of a question is that? If you're into orcs.
But there is a certain lack of like like he doesn't embrace that fact, you know. Like you figure if he were to fully embrace his himself and his body, he'd probably be very very attractive. But just as it is right now, it's like you can understand the factors that make him attractive.
If he like stood up straight and like had like more confidence in his voice, Micah would be so emasculated right now, it wouldn't be funny.
So Dionysus is going to pull a handkerchief from the pockets in her skirt, and she's gonna go looking over at Thomas specifically, and then she's going to take it back in.
Welcome to Luthel's
I would
death-defying emporium. My name is Zerislos. I am the man who runs this establishment. How may I help you all on this wonderful day?
I'm gonna take a step behind Dionysus.
Well, so it seems that you all are selling potions here.
We do specialize in potions and other enchanted jewelry is one of our specialties.
Excellent.
As you get a little bit closer and you walk by this pedestal, you're able to notice that there's a necklace on the inside that is just hung from a chain, very very simple looking necklace, and the pendant on the end of the necklace is like an infinity sign. Is there something particular you're looking for?
We are just window shopping, I believe the phrase is. But if of course there's anything interesting, we would absolutely be interested in getting it. So the sheets, and she's gonna pick up one of the sheets of paper.
Okay.
This has a list of your inventory.
It does indeed. Things that we sell, things that we can make. That one you're holding right now is a list of things we could make. He gestures to another table. The one on that table gestures what we have in stock.
All right. Well,
if you
how
have
long?
any questions, I am here to help.
Excellent. How long does it normally take for you to procure? Yes, procure.
That is the word, procure.
Thank you. Procure something on your list of things to make.
Well, it depends on what you're asking for. Potions can usually readily be made in a couple day or two, depending on other orders we have at the time, and things that are more complex take longer amounts of time, anywhere from weeks to multiple months to make.
All right then. Well, I think we will all look around, and we will let you know if we need anything.
Of course. As he just kind of stands up at the front watching. Not threateningly, but just you know, as though he was told it's when there are customers in the store, he needs to keep an eye on them.
Right.
So hey, tell me, you get any people who look like real contenders for the spring fling coming in here? Any like high spenders that we should be knowing about?
I don't pry into people's businesses when they come here. None have outwardly expressed their competition in the fling, but lots of our clientele are those that would find themselves most likely in the fling.
Any popular sellers on the top 10, whatever?
Like
I'm assuming it's a lot of health potions.
Lots of potions. Many people go and purchase potions from us to keep them, for long journeys.
Sure. Okay. That's basically it. While we're here, do you have any steroids? I just had to ask. You can say no.
Ooh, steroids.
Yeah, that's the word.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I have my very old friend over here is trying to get buff. I'm trying to get him to the point where me and him could just like hop off buildings and do crazy shit like that. Got anything that'll help us build our muscles, build some dexterity,
Not here, but if you were, I've heard tell of enchanted tomes that could do the likes of that. Um, but many of those, you would probably have a better job finding those in our storefront in Amphalos.
Oh, cool.
We
Okay.
are just we're the first foray into expansion of this business. Duthor was born in Amphalos and has worked as an enchanter there for many, many years.
There's a connection between these two stores? Obviously. Are they like family? Are they like the same person with two different faces?
As you say this, Xeris' face shifts from very well-meaning demeanor to just kind of... There's a hint of anger in his eyes as he says, Duthor is nothing more than a cheat and a thief. He stole many of Ruthor's abilities and the things that Ruthor himself had come up with in terms of enchanting, and he tries to pass them off as his own.
And if I go ask the tiefling across the street, he's gonna tell me the same story but inverted, right? Okay.
He's going to lie to you. Alistar is not the most enjoyable person.
Mm-hmm.
I got that. Shuey spent 17 minutes trying to explain how security teams work.
Yeah, he tried to explain the
17.
postal system to us, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was fine, huh?
All right. Well, I guess he was fine.
He
Thomas
just
has,
had,
Thomas has no spine. Thomas has no spine at all.
I think-
Oh yeah, he was pretty cool.
To me, he just kind of seemed like an older me, I think, and so I don't know if I want to go throwing stones at my glass house.
Okay. Well, hey, I got a couple days here before the spring fling starts. If you want corporate espionage, I could bring corporate espionage. And I leave him my business card, and I walk out the door.
Thank you.
I don't have a business card, actually. That's just the receipt from my smoothie this morning.
It's
Yes,
one of the sandwiches he fell into yesterday.
Yeah.
I see this says...
Single tomato slice.
This is a piece of tomato with ink that says Micah on it.
Yeah, that's me.
Thank you. I will put this with the
Yeah,
rest
that's
of our contacts, as he puts it, at some place below the counter.
I'm staring at him.
Were you looking for anything in particular that I can help you with, or just browsing?
I'm just with them. I'll
Dionysus is definitely going to be looking through the list of what's actually available immediately.
Okay. On the in-stock, there are healing potions, a few different varieties. There is something called a Revivify Gem, a Parapet of Health, a Parapet of Wound Closure, a Ring of Protection, and then something that is called the Amulet of Immortality, which is the actual thing encased in the center pedestal. And the Amulet of Immortality, for gold costs, the healing potions range depending on what you're looking for. The Revivify Gem is 2,000 gold pieces. The Parapet of Health is 200 gold pieces. The Wound Closure is 450. The Ring of Protection is 475. And the Amulet of Immortality is 500,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Dionysus is actually going to ask about the Amulet of Immortality. So, what exactly does this amulet do?
Well, it does just as it is described. it keeps you from dying. You're no longer affected by age. Your severe wounds can still kill you, but your natural regenerative state of your body is much enhanced. So unless somebody were to know the specific workarounds and the specific places to strike and were very quick about it, your body would come back faster than they could kill you.
Can I? Does this seem like bullshit?
Make an insight check.
I hope it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's just a fucking necklace.
18.
18. The Zara seems to be speaking to the best of his knowledge of what this thing actually does. He seems to be being very honest based on what he knows.
Might I try it on?
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to remove it from its casing unless somebody actually purchases the item. There are many mystical wards protecting this case. It's not just a lift-off. I would have to do a lot of work, and there would be a lot of materials required to reform the wards.
Of course, I understand.
How much were the healing potions? You said they.
The healing potions. So there are regular healing potions, which are 50 gold apiece. There are 2 greater healing potions, which are 250 gold apiece, and there is 1 superior healing potion, which is 1,500 gold.
Can you remind me? I don't know if it's metagamey, but exactly like how much. Regular would do.
You're good to know that. That's not metagamey. I would give you this information. Let me double check. I believe it's 2d4 plus 2. 2d4 plus 2 for the regular. 4d4 plus 4 for the greater, and 8d4 plus 8 for the superior. And those can be drank for yourself as a bonus action, and to administer them to somebody else takes a full action, is how I rule it.
Well, I think this one might be a little too rich for my blood as well.
Yes, I agree.
That tends to come with enchanted items. There's a lot of work involved in making them.
You guys want to go get lunch?
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
You can come too. I'm gonna pack up one.
Well,
Yes, we would be delighted. Didn't you have a lunch break?
Yeah.
I do, but I brought my lunch from home.
What'd you make?
I made an egg salad sandwich.
Oh, surely we can find a restaurant that does
Do you
better
have
than
a
that.
recipe? I've never made egg salad. I bet
It'll be our
sandwich
treat.
made with cow eggs would be fucking amazing.
Make a persuasion check, Dionys.
All right.
There's a sandwich shop that Micah frequents that's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Stone Mason's Deli. Thoughts?
Okay, that'll be 16.
Okay. He says, well, I'll tell you what. I will come to lunch with you tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't want my sandwich to go to waste.
I respect that. Food waste really is a shame.
Truly.
Tomorrow we'll hit up my other favorite sandwich place called Spike's Lovin' Sandwiches. It's like a spike trap in the floor. That's what.
Okay.
My favorite sandwich place. It's like a spike trap.
No. It's the branding is spike trap. There's a bunch of spikes hanging off the ceiling. I wasn't saying anything about, hey, let's go fall into a spike trap. Fuck up, you know?
Walk into the restaurant and just a timer starts ticking down a spike wall. It's got the best sandwiches.
Okay, but
30
as
minutes,
someone who
don't
works in
fucking
customer
die, kid.
service, I would love that.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you gotta get your shit fast. Know what you want.
Okay. Uh, so anything else you're doing in Ruthor's shop?
No.
Oh, good.
We're just
Okay.
all inviting him on a group date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is scheduled for tomorrow.
We're
Yeah.
in his harem now. Lovely.
Okay. Anything for the rest of the day that you guys would like to do?
There's enough work to go around.
I'm
Thomas,
good.
training?
Good.
I mean,
I
maybe
mean,
we
we
should.
can- Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Mine was funny.
I was thinking, I mean, were there any other shops we really wanted to go to? I feel like really magical items is going to be the main thing. None of us need weapons or anything, huh?
The only
I
weapon.
didn't
I
think
mean,
so.
also, with a couple days, if I could just go outside, like to the forest. If I could, make some shit out there, I would just need to get supplies. I've got the anvil here already.
Okay.
But I think, as far as stuff I can make, we're all stocked up.
Just so you know, like it would take to make permanent because you specialize in
Yeah, I'm just talking about if we need like weapons.
Oh,
I know
like
magical weapons would take a bit.
but like if somebody needed a sword, yeah, okay, cool,
Yes.
I got you. All right, so for the rest of the evening, nothing really happens. You're sitting down at the Gilded Goose at your usual table, eating your usual food. Dionys, as you're all sitting eating, you look around the downstairs tavern, like bar food area, and you're used to people, even though you've only been traveling together for a short week, you're used to people giving odd looks towards your group, especially because there's a wizard dressed in really weird clothes, and there's a giant
metal
robot
guy.
with an anvil for his head. You're used to usual looks, but as you scan around the area, just kind of like looking as you're all having whatever conversation you were having, you notice a pair of people whose gaze doesn't usually, because usually as you look towards people, they kind of avert their gaze as they notice that you're looking at them. But these people don't. They don't even seem to notice that you're looking in their direction. It is two people, a tiefling man, shorter black hair, with smaller horns, like you can tell that they're trying to like start curving up to be like very very much like a curve up across the scalp and then back up, but they really kind of only come out as kind of like stubs. And he has elven-ish features, pointier ears, lighter pink skin, and next to him is a woman, also half elven, but has that same light pink shade of skin to her. The woman seems to be looking at Thomas, confused, trying to and the man is looking at Buddy, right in the center of his head, just staring. As they're looking at you, and then the woman kind of is looking and then looks at the rest of the table, notices that, and kind of you see her leg shift under the table and kick the man, and they both go back to looking at their food.
Dionys is going to turn to the group and say, "Just a moment." And she's going to get up and she's going to walk over to the two of them. And as she approaches the table, she's going to say, "Hello.
Hello. This is the woman speaking.
Yes, I couldn't help but notice you seemed rather interested in me and my friends. Would you perhaps like to join us? Perhaps you could get a better look up close."
That was badass.
Make
It's not meant to be intimidating.
Okay.
I thought it was.
No, she means it genuinely.
It's still badass though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
make a-
friendly, but also like.
I would take that as an intimidation, even if you weren't trying.
Yeah. So make
Accidental
You,
intimidation.
you can choose either a persuasion check or an intimidation check.
I'm choosing persuasion.
Yeah.
That's only gonna be an 8 though, in total.
I'm sorry. I just your friend seems sort of familiar to me. And me and my brother are, we just are interested by interesting looking people. I apologize. We won't look your way again.
No, you have nothing to apologize for. I just wanted to extend the invitation. But yes, there's no need. But if you're interested, our table has plenty of space.
Of course.
I'm Dionys. What are your names?
I am Evangeline Allsbane, and this is my brother Ugo Allsbane. And
Just
the
want to
guys.
write it down.
Right. Nice to meet you, Dionys.
It's my pleasure. What was his name again?
Ugo.
Ugo. I love Evangeline and Ugo.
Evangeline and Ugo Allsbane.
All right. Well, perhaps we will see the two of you around. Don't be strangers.
Right, you'll definitely see us. We're gonna be the fucking champions of that spring fling there. And Evangeline's like, Ugo, please stop bragging about that. We don't know what the event's going to be. We could very well be fucked.
It's so nice to... me and my friends, we are also participating in the spring fling. So it is a pleasure to meet other participants in the, well, whatever it will be.
Yeah, and who are your friends over there? What are their names?
Oh, so we have over here, that is Micah, the half-orc there. And the one in the robes that are a little bit too short for him.
We're watching this happen live, right?
Yeah, but you can't hear anything except for Thomas. Thomas, you could read their lips because of your observant.
Oh, I can.
feat.
I'm observant.
So you can see them responding. You can't see what Dionys is saying because her back is to the table.
Well, she's kind of turned a little bit, so she's like pointing at. Yeah.
At this point, as she turns to actually say the names.
Like kind of waves, like.
I'm like doing play by play, like, I joined late in the game because originally I did. Okay, so they're in the spring fling.
Oh shit! Hey.
Yeah, she just goes through everyone, and that was Gerald the goose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She is sure to mention Gerald the goose. But yeah, she introduces the whole party.
She, as you go over everybody, she kind of like takes a second, and then like looks at her brother, and just kind of like leans back and pulls a little thing out of her pocket and just kind of like whispers something. It just kind of like covering her mouth, just like, and her brother goes,
"Do we see that?"
You do. You do see that happen.
Can I read that?
Make a perception check.
Come on.
To see if, because you can tell that she's casting a spell. It's a message spell. You would be familiar with that, but to actually see what she's whispering, you would need to see if you can look close.
Yeah, I got an 8, so no dice.
You cannot tell what she says. Well, here, barkeep, give them a round on us. As the barkeep woman, oh god, what's her name? I have it. Maribeth.
Humana.
Of course, of course. And drinks are brought to your table. It's just, I'll see you at the fling.
We will. Do let us know if you need anything. Don't be strangers.
Of course.
And Dionys is going to return to the table. And she's going to go, drinks.
What was that about?
Oh, they were just looking at us earlier, and I thought, well, I wasn't sure what to make of it, but I think that they were just, well, actually, I'm not sure what it was. I think we're just perhaps unusual. Nothing wrong with that. But they are also participating in the Spring Fling, so they are going to be potentially opponents of ours.
Do you think they were like scoping us out or something? Should I have been flexing more? I should have been flexing. Fuck. Flexing all the time, man.
Did you tell them my name?
Yes.
My real name?
Or Monty?
When you say they were looking at us,
apologize.
no, that's fine. Who were they looking at?
Well, it seemed as though they were looking at, and I could be wrong, of course. It seemed as though they were looking at Thomas and Buddy, actually. Very intently on Buddy, specifically his head. But I mean, to be fair, if I saw someone with an anvil for a head, I'd probably focus on that quite a bit as well.
That's fair, for the record.
Have I done something wrong?
I'm oiling up Micah. That's fair.
Olive oil from the other day.
It's olive oil from the table for like our salads.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking ranch dressing. All right, bud.
Oh.
Color.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, that was.
fuck. You can see like the color like fully draining out of Monty's like face.
All right, bud.
Do you know them?
I don't think so. Did I recognize them at all?
Make a history check.
Could have.
I'm gonna tell him their names. I'm going to say, it was that is Evangeline and that is Ugo.
I got a 19 on history as well.
Their faces don't ring a bell. Their names don't ring a bell either.
The names don't ring a bell.
The Allsbanes kind of sound like a family maybe you may have heard about in school, but not really anything.
But not like
The
local.
library again.
Not
town or
locally.
anything. I might need to tell y'all some stuff. Because if I had told y'all some stuff earlier, that might have been a situation we could have avoided. Shit.
What's
Should we perhaps take our drinks to our rooms?
Our room, absolutely, yeah. I'm going to, and Buddy from now on does not leave my fucking sight in the city. And from like going forward, he is literally in my eyesight at all times.
All right.
Not even behind me. Yeah, I'll lead them up to the room. I will. I'll just spend a spell slot I'm gonna put an alarm on around our room, like at our door.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna put one at the top of the stairwell, just so that I know when somebody comes upstairs.
Okay, so alarm is going to trigger when anybody comes upstairs. Are you basically
Yes, for a mental alarm for me.
Okay, are you just when anybody comes upstairs?
When anybody comes upstairs, because I'm gonna stop talking for like a good 10 seconds anytime that anybody comes upstairs.
Okay, let me double check how alarm is worded, but I believe
it might be concentration. I might not even be able to do that.
No, I don't think it'll be concentration, but I'm saying I think you might have to re-up it every time that somebody walks through. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's not concentration because it's a ritual thing. Yeah, until the spell ends, an alarm alerts you. Okay, cool. Designated creatures. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it'll last for 8 hours or until you dispel it. So cool. It'll trigger every time somebody comes out. All right.
Then yeah, that's what I'm doing.
As you guys are all walking up the stairs, Ugo, kind of calls him. Right, have a good night.
You as well. It was a pleasure to meet you.
As he turns back and continues having a conversation with his sister, she's kind of taking her dark hair and kind of pulling it back and tying it back.
As we go up, I'm gonna assume you guys, everybody. Listen, I'm like not the best, but I do like, I'm a sort of a good snooper arounder person, right? Should I go downstairs and just try to listen in on them if I can?
You can do like a co-op thing, because like I'm good at reading lips. I mean, don't get me wrong, that said, I mean, Monty.
Couldn't you also send Gerald and to like sit under the table and listen through his senses?
Yeah. Gerald, I need you to be.
No one will notice the goose.
Gerald, tie a little headband around his forehead.
Gerald, I need you to pretend to be the mascot of the Golden Goose. All right, so just like walk around, honk every now and then, be silly and fun, right? But keep within goose earshot, right, of the Ugo and Evangeline, okay? Goose stealth mission, please.
Okay.
Goose style.
Are you doing the thing where you're going into his senses and sensing through him?
Yeah, when we get up to the room, I'm gonna do the warg.
Okay, cool. So Gerald goes downstairs. I need you to make a stealth check for Gerald.
Okay.
Give him a +2 to stealth because I still haven't made the goose stat block yet.
Okay. If we're using owl stats, I have a +3 to stealth. I have all the owl stats, or do you want me to do the +2?
I don't think geese are proficient in stealth as owls
that
are.
That checks out, yeah.
So,
they got their little wet feet going.
We still got a 19.
21?
We still got a 19. That is a stealthy-ass goose.
The goose kind of goes downstairs and is able to kind of duck under tables. Kind of, make a little bit of a show of it just to kind of make people think that he is supposed to be there. You're also able to avoid Maribeth, as she would, you probably assume if just there's a random goose walking around downstairs, she'd probably take it out. So you're able to avoid it and get under. You said you were going under the table of Ugo and Evangeline, correct?
Not necessarily. I'm just trying to stay within earshot of them because I don't want to put Gerald in danger.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. Your perception.
For the goose?
Your perception.
Okay, cool.
Because you're seeing and hearing through.
Fuck, that's a 7.
Okay. So because you're not stationary and you're keeping moving around within people to try to keep you don't catch the whole conversation. The only little bits and pieces you catch are Evangeline going, what was he doing? And Ugo being like, I don't know, just he's fucking pointing at the thing, making some big show of it. And she's like, I mean, that's kind of like him from the way you've described him. He's like, hey, doing fucking dumb shit as they went up the stairs. And that's about all you're able to catch.
I'll relay this to my compatriots.
Okay.
Was one of us pointing?
Yeah, were we pointing at something?
Nope.
Okay.
I wonder, maybe it wasn't us that they were paying attention to. Perhaps
so at this point you've come out of Goose, right? Because you can't. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Perhaps it was someone else who was watching us that drew their attention to us. This is all speculation now. I have no idea. Hmm. Perhaps it would be best for us to keep our eyes peeled in the future.
I agree. So, Monty, you had some you wanted to share? Do you want to do like a take turns? Because
Um, this might. I. Um, I'm a. I'm a good person. I I'm a good person. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah,
And I've done some bad things. Um, my my name is Kemen Lavram Reared. I am I'm from Bulwark, up north. My father, Ebrius Lavram Reared, is a very bad man. He uses his position of power as a military leader at Bulwark and is waging a sort of personal war against the Underdark. I think even that is just a grab at power, trying to show that he's worth something, trying to get more resources. When he saw what I could do, because I couldn't fight really back then, before I was making things. I guess he needed to put that to work, and so I didn't know back then that it was wrong. I didn't understand really, and he had me work in the forges there. I made something with a very great man who taught me most of what I'm using now. You know, the sort of nature of the arcane in this world comes from these things called ley lines, vast sorts of sources of power that run through this world. That's what we're drawing from and manipulating when we do spells of any sort. And me and that man made one, which is a statistical impossibility. We even with his vast intellect, we got lucky. Nobody in this world should hold that power, especially not my fucking father. And so, I mean, there was an accident, and Satir was injured, and he sent me away with the ley line. And that is right there. And I point to the anvil on Buddy's head. I'm keeping it kind of condensed between
Oh, Clayton, your mic just went out.
Oh.
Hello?
Trauma.
Yeah, you're back.
Oh,
You're
God.
back.
Okay, you're back. You're back. You're back. You're back.
Nope, you're gone again.
Fuck.
How about now?
Yeah.
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 There you are.
Keeping it in the center of an anvil like this, between all the iron and lead and such, it's protecting it from being scryed on at all. And it's just the safest thing that I can do with it. I mean, because I suppose this probably goes without saying, but trying to destroy it would be catastrophic. Could level a city or worse. And that includes trying to dispel it, anything like that. As of right now, I don't have a solution to that problem, and I'm sorry for bringing y'all into this. I just, I didn't like being alone, and I thought y'all could help.
I think we should be able to manage that.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'll admit. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
So
I'm gonna be sitting next to you and be like, but you're not alone anymore. I understand having a troubled past. Not that I'm, meaning to demean your words and experience. But I, for one, will be with you throughout the future that I can see at the very least. I am here.
Absolutely. We're all here for you.
I'm fucking sure. For those people down there pointing at Buddy, do you think that has something to do with that then?
I mean, I think I would recognize. I mean, I'm surely. They said they were looking at his head. I have to assume. I mean, if we're lucky, maybe one of them could just sense the sort of power from it. But I mean, it is also very possible that they could have some sort of tie to Bulwark. I didn't recognize them, but my if my name, I left Bulwark 2 years ago, and I've been, essentially just in hiding. I don't think they even know that I had Buddy, and so there wasn't a whole lot to look for, hence the fake names and shit. But I went by Monty back at my home to those who knew me, and so if they are connected to Bulwark, that could be very bad.
I'm assuming we're gonna be using the name Morton.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I kept this from you. I guess in my head I just thought that it would keep everyone safer to not know, but I think I think we'll do better if everybody's all in.
Yeah.
There's nothing to apologize for. I think that we will simply have to adjust our approach. I will be, personally, more careful on introducing the party to random strangers. And we will simply deal with things as they come. Why don't we all make a point of paying better attention to Buddy and to how people respond to him? Because, well, if this is something that we must be aware of, Seems rather dire.
Yes, I agree.
Do you think that for the remaining time that we're here in the city, we should maybe change hotels? Keep our tracks kind of covered, at least?
A change of hotels might not be a bad idea. I mean, they know we're gonna be at the Spring Fling. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
We can
live it up in luxury for a couple days. If we win, we can at least pay it off after.
If people already knew that I was here, I mean, there could be a move that was going to be made at the Spring Fling even. Concerns me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to get some sleep.
Yeah. Fucking, I need my melatonin after that. Fuck.
Okay. So, as you all bed down to sleep, your alarm spell starts going off a little bit more at the top of the stairs.
I'll drop the stair one.
As you drop it, as you kind of realize, oh, people are just walking up the stairs now. You all individually find rest. Monty, it takes a touch of difficulty for you to actually get there. Dionys, as you sleep, you have the same dream with the pile of gold and the eyes. This time, the first pair that opens are not humanized like the rest were, but have red irises. And then the rest of the eyes open and watch you as usual. As you all come to, with only a couple days waiting until the Spring Fling. I'm getting a little bit of reverb from, I think, Clayton.
I'll try to fix my stuff now that it's not as important that I'm talking.
As you all, is there anything specific that you guys would like to have happen in these couple days leading up to the Fling?
Not really.
I was going to say Dionys is probably going to be returning to the Church of Order.
Okay.
Just to continue working there. Nothing major that need to be done.
Your lunch. I want to top real quick into
That's
your
right,
lunch.
the lunch.
Oh, yeah, we had lunch.
How could we forget the lunch?
I'm sure you take him to whatever restaurant, just one around town.
Mike's loving sandwiches. Thank you.
As you all kind of, he's a little nervous at first to really get into it, but conversation takes you, and the lunch goes pretty well. Towards the end of it, however, he does say, I do have a bit of an odd request. You're adventurers, correct? You'll go around and do things, kill monsters.
Good you, buddy.
I would be willing to pay you if you were able to procure some certain ingredients for me.
Certainly. What ingredients are those?
I need, Ruthor needs a horn of a unicorn.
We don't have to kill a unicorn for that, do we?
I don't want
unicorn. I don't want to kill a unicorn.
It's an important component for a large item of perpetual healing, and I could give you, I could either pay you in gold or in items if you were able to perhaps find this for me. But I don't want to push anything onto you. Just if you happen to come across one in your trials, I would be very appreciated.
me and Thomas have been getting really good about climbing on rooftops. Are there any rich people who just happen to own unicorn horns that we could go get this from? Stealth.
I don't know of anybody. Unicorns are not something that are hunted as game most times. Most times they are asked for specifically for spell components. Not a lot of people hunt them, but if you come across one, that would be an option.
Of course, we will keep you in mind.
Of course. Thank you so much for lunch.
It is our pleasure, really. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
So after that guy leaves, I want to turn to the rest and be like, okay, so in the spirit of honesty and bravery that our friend Monty shared last night, quick history of me. I was born into the Archibald family. We're a long line of wizards, archmages, and such. I am the 16th, or I suppose I was the 16th. Growing up, I was supposed to have a very regimented, schooling at this magical academy and become a super great wizard mage, but I was kind of a shithead, and I spent my time partying and, drinking and just kind of, I was irresponsible, and I scooted through life on my, family's name, my name, despite never actually learning any magic. So, and I was pretty good at this lying thing for like 20 years about. And then the academy, when I was 21 years old, was attacked by a dragon of hellfire, and I was tasked with protecting a library filled with magical tomes and artifacts and various things of invaluable importance to the magical, at least to the academy and to my family. And of course, because I didn't know any magic, it got destroyed. I couldn't protect it. And so when my family learned I couldn't do magic, I was stripped of the name Thomas Archibald the 16th, given my current name, Fuck Up Shitstain, and then, since then, my goal has been to reclaim the title of my ancestors by learning magic, and, it's taken me, 50 years about to get to where I am now, magic-wise, and so that's me. And also, I'm going to take out my gummy bears, and I'm going to say, if at any point during the spring fling, if any of you are in a situation that seems particularly dire, there is great magic in these, and I'm going to press one gummy into the hand of each of my compatriots.
Would I have, as somebody who specializes in arcane stuff, would I have any sort of knowledge of wild magic and...
You can make an Arcana check.
Sure. That's a 20, 2.
Okay. I don't believe, Thomas, or you haven't identified these specifically.
I know
You
what they
identified them.
Oh, you identified?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I know what they do.
Okay, so you would have heard in your study of magic, Sator would have taught you of certain sorcerers who get their magic from directly from like tapping into ley lines themselves, and how can that can sometimes be unstable. So you're familiar with magic being unstable and having random effects.
So would I have the knowledge that this could potentially be very catastrophic for us?
Because you've cast Identify on these things, and you're kind of familiar with the capabilities that random magical effects happen, you can make the reasonable assumption that catastrophic things, harmless things, or very good things could happen because of this.
Yeah.
This is like a last resort type of deal.
But hey, I mean, if the cards are down, we Got somewhere to turn.
Okay.
Always. Also, I should specify, nobody died. I'm very fortunate that nobody died when the library was destroyed, just for the record. If so, I'd probably be a very different person, but regardless.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to rush off. You guys still want to continue to roleplay. But the night comes, rest comes. The day is now the eve before the festival. Anything specific you'd like to do to prepare? Martin comes and delivers tailored cloaks to each of you with the backpack open with the question mark symbol. On the back of it is like a dark black cloak with the symbol in white. They're not hooded, but they are designed for those of you that wear armor. They will actually latch into your armor, and they're like half capes, so they go right up to right above your butt, so there's no chance of like stepping on them or them getting caught. They're delivered to you. Not by Martin himself, but by somebody who you assume works for Martin. And you are told to be at the library square at dawn the next morning.
Well, y'all, it's been a wild week. We've learned at least half the party's backstories by now, and I imagine the next couple of days we'll find out the other half. So why don't we celebrate tonight? Why don't we just get a drink, play with our gooses, play with the one goose that we do have. I realize how that could have been interpreted differently. Play with the one goose, the single goose, the actual goose.
Yeah.
Not our goose is the innuendo. Let's just get fucking wild tonight.
I'm down to get a little crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is at the Gilded Goose still, correct? Okay.
Yeah, we didn't move. did
Yeah,
we?
okay. I know that was discussed, but you guys didn't specify moving. Sorry, I'm just assuming. Ugo and
No, that's fine.
Ugo and Evangeline are there this evening. They have like cordial interactions with you, but they're not very much focused on you tonight as you guys are celebrating.
I would like to go talk to them at some point.
Okay. At some point in the night, you walk over. They're sitting at the same table they were yesterday, just talking. Hello. Monty was correct. We are with Dionys.
Yeah, I'm with Dionys.
Oh, can we help
Mind
you?
if I take a seat?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was sitting down, and I also will state I'm not drinking at all tonight.
Yeah. Is Buddy with you right now?
Buddy is with me.
Okay, cool. His eyes kind of shift from you to Buddy for a second, like confused, and then back to you.
What you looking at?
You got an interesting ally there.
Yeah. Something like specific catching your eye?
Oh, well, he's got an anvil for a head.
Yeah. I mean, that's not that weird, though, right? Because he's, like, already a robot.
Well, I mean...
But if anything, you kind of see anvils, like, around. You don't see the rest of it.
Right, well, the thing is, right, like, I've seen, Warforged around, and, not a lot of them have anvils for heads, so...
Mm-hmm. Can I... Does this seem legit? Or...
Roll insight, man. Go ahead.
God, fucking an 8. I got an 8.
Well, he seems to be telling the truth that he's seen Warforged around, and not a lot of them have anvils for head. He's not lying about that.
Look,
Are you looking forward to the fling tomorrow?
I am. Feeling pretty good about that. Where are y'all from? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, well, my brother and I are, actually from, Fonta.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Born and raised there, but we've done a lot of moving around in the throughout the kingdom, and actually we've made a couple of ventures into other kingdoms. And he's like, right, yeah, there's some fucking wild shit going on in places like the Kingdom of the Ancients. You know, it's where our parents were from. And she's like, we don't have to tell him our whole life story, Ugo.
I think I vaguely remember hearing something about the Allsbanes.
They both kind of like look at each other. Yeah, I mean, our family, you know, they don't got the best history, you know.
Where's that?
Well, I mean, if you heard about the Allsbanes, you probably heard about, you know. Look, all right, you know. Not everybody's, you know, great-great-great-granddad was the best person, you know? I mean, lots of them sometimes tried to summon demons into our realm, you know?
Demons,
Devils,
like demons,
demons,
or
devils,
we using...
I mean, like, whatever.
Not anything crazy, though, right? Like, any kind of, like, ancients or anything? We just talking devils?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's what I've heard about my own family. She's like, yes. Our family has a troubled past, but we're trying to get through it.
Very nice. I feel like Monty's kind of not as suspicious anymore.
Okay.
And so he'll look at Ugo and look, I don't want to bust your shit.
Right.
I'll level with you. I saw you, looking at my friend.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything peculiar?
He looks at Evangeline and then back to you. Oh, I didn't see anything peculiar.
Okay.
You want a drink?
I'm with friends.
Yeah.
And he'll stand up and go back to the party.
Okay.
Hey, Monty, how you fucking doing, buddy? Hey, listen. You're a good guy. You're a good guy.
By the way, the bar is the area is quite crowded because it's the night before the fling.
You're a good guy. I can't really. I can barely put my hand on your shoulder because there's this little halfling down there. Like I'm afraid I'm gonna trip over him.
Hey, fuck you, guy!
Hey, fuck you, guy!
Oh, you wanna fight?
I want to buy you
this one.
I want to buy you a drink.
Look, there's no need. Thank you. Give me a drink too while you're at it.
Oh yeah.
Drink.
I'm gonna give
Four. Go ahead and get 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna say what. I'm just gonna go 4. Like slap my hand. On the
Drinks
bar.
are brought to you.
I'll pass them along.
Okay.
I take a shot. I hope one of them was for me as well. And I just like put my hand on Morton's shoulder. Look, Morton, I appreciate it. You deserve a break. You've been on edge for God knows how long now. 2 years, right? Listen, all I'm saying is that after we get some money, we can go back. We can regroup with, Yamena and everybody else, and we could just like chill for at least a little bit, right? I know you're on edge right now, but like when we get back, we're gonna party like a motherfucker, okay? It's gonna be great. And I
don't know. I mean, honestly, to me, the spring fling thing is kind of like the relaxing part of my recent time. And then, once we're done with all this relaxation, then we get back to the fun stuff. Head back to the Demott and see what's going on there. That's what I'm looking for.
Let's get you a shot then, buddy. Come on.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Had to offer though. I understand.
I appreciate it, Micah.
All right.
It is It's sweet of you, but
All right, you want to see me crowd surf a bar? I'm gonna crowd surf a bar, motherfucker. And then I like hop on.
Do it!
Everybody ready? Do I have anything for that or?
Roll general, just acrobatics for me.
All right.
Is there a world where I give the help action by telling people to surf them?
Sure. Go ahead and
Alley-oop.
roll with advantage.
Yes, you're alley-ooping!
That's a natural 20, baby.
We're not gonna crit in a fight in the spring fling for that, and I'm okay with it.
But I crowd
So
surfed
you-
in a
you-
bar.
Boo! You jump onto a bar stool, onto the bar, do a backflip off the bar, as Thomas, like you're like doing the gesture for everybody, and like six people just jump into it. They're like, yeah, as they like push you across the bar. As all these festivities happen, people cheering, drinking, merriment before the festival.
Watch
What a
out for my name,
eventually all-
motherfucker. Micah Liam Moore is gonna be fucking up the spring fling tomorrow.
Micah,
Micah, wait. How about this? I'm just gonna make a prestidigitation image of Micah on a surfboard.
Yeah! As you all eventually find yourself to rest for the evening, wake up the next morning. You head towards the library. I assume. Is there anything anybody would like to do before heading to the library?
I'm gonna take my jersey and I'm gonna show it to Monty in the morning and be like, would you like to do the honors of taking the P off so he can have fuck you shit stain instead of fuck up shit stain?
It's Tommy Shitstain.
Oh, it says Tommy shit stain? Okay.
That is the name you gave him to
I thought it was fucked up.
He was given the name to re-register as Tommy Shitstain. Is what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I could very shoddily. I'd be doing it as we walk. It probably wouldn't look great, but I can make it say Tommy Shitstain says "fuck you."
that's actually pretty cool. Do it.
Are you using a certain type of tools for this?
I mean, I have a the seamster's tools.
Okay, make a seamster's tools check.
Does that? I would have like the stuff with it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
You got
Cool,
magic
cool.
stuff to make tools, so sure.
But he has like a little sewing kit on top of his skin.
And so, just give me your dexterity. You're proficient in them, correct?
I am proficient.
Okay, then dexterity plus your proficiency, please.
7.
Uh,
I'm usually pretty good at that stuff.
You are pretty
put
good
it
at
in,
stuff.
You put it in, and you're walking, which is really what's making this difficult. So it says, it ends up saying, Tommy Shitstain, uck you. The F kind of, as you give it back, like a little bit of thread gets caught still in the needle and just pulls the threading of the F out, and the S, the says just wasn't able to get in there.
I tried.
so it just
I
says,
don't
Tommy
even notice
Shitstain,
that there's
fuck you.
anything.
Tommy Shitstain, uck you.
Love that.
I don't even notice it.
Okay.
Wrong. It's perfect.
You put on all your capes. As you walk to the center of the city, interesting enough this morning, the monolith that usually is the library cannot be seen in the center of the city. As you all approach, you get to the center of the city, where the library usually is a massive arena. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for hanging out and watching with us. We will see you next week for the Spring Fling. Woo!
We're about to make some money.
Love you guys. I will see you when I see you. Bye, y'all.